Oh my gosh, it's so hot in here. Come on in, y'all. Come on in, come on in, come on in. And really, I feel like I need, let me see if I got water. I'll be right back. Let me close my son's room. Turn this heat off because it is burning up in here. Here's my water. Hey, y'all. So today has been an interesting day. Let me see if I'm showing up live. Let me see. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Okay, it's working, I think. Y'all come on in the room. Let's talk, let's talk. So I'm going to go ahead and start talking because I don't know how much longer before anybody joins. But I hope y'all having a blessed, wonderful day. Please go ahead and hit the like button. I just got out of a therapy session. Y'all, I just got out of a therapy session. And I don't know. I've been feeling like up until this point that me talking about some of the more personal things that I'm going through has made other people uncomfortable, not in my immediate circle, but online. And I know y'all want to get on here and laugh and tee and talk and see people act crazy on live and cussing and fussing, and it's fun and games. But you know, I am on here for some real serious connectedness and talking, you know. I just got out of a therapy session. It went really well. But life has been crazy lately. Life has been crazy lately. My whole channel is around health and wellness, but I've been afraid to talk clearly and unfiltered about some of the things that I got going on in my personal life. Hey, Godan. Hey, Sahu. Saman. But really and truly, your body cannot be well if your spirit is not well. And if you feel muzzled and like you cannot speak on the things that have muzzled you all your life or that have held you back all your life, then what good is it to come on and preach health and wellness? What good is it? Hey, Paul the Wolf. Hey, Manu. So yeah, I just want to know, have any of y'all ever been to therapy? Has it helped you? How has it helped progress your life? Like, how is it going for you? And I'm going to be very transparent. Here in the United States, we just celebrated what we call Thanksgiving. Now, good old Thanksgiving, you know, American pastime. We love to celebrate things that represent death, destruction, and famine for whole racial groups, and then tie a bone and pretend like it's a happy moment. But nonetheless, we still celebrate it in this country, Thanksgiving. But a lot of times the holidays, one or two people did, and then I deleted the video. Oh, did you for real? Don't delete it, Rakesh. What was your live about? But oh, and I have a vlog going live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you guys. So please check that out. But my whole channel is about health and wellness, and I've been afraid to or felt obligated to not speak on certain things in my life. And I tried to come up with all the reasons why I shouldn't. It's messy. It involves other people. I want to be respectful. But bump that. This is my story. Part of the reason why I am going through this health journey that I'm going through now is because, I don't know if y'all know the studies, but a lot of times when a lot of us suffer from inflammation, chronic conditions like arthritis, heart palpitations, even diabetes in some cases. I don't suffer from diabetes, but I have autoimmune conditions. A lot of that is tied to childhood trauma. And this year has been a year of awakening for me and understanding just how toxic certain people in my family are. It has been a whirlwind. Italy, you're Indian. Okay, what time is it there, Rakesh? It's been a whirlwind. It's been a whirlwind, and I feel like this time on YouTube is really we're going into the time of being more authentic, embracing authenticity. There's always going to be a space for vibes and aesthetics. It just is what it is. There's a space for everyone. But right now, I am really being pushed to be authentic. So what I'm realizing is a lot of what has hindered me in my health journey is a lot of the emotional and mental things that I've been going through in my life. And what I have also come to realize is that no matter how long you're attached to somebody or you know somebody or how close the DNA connection is, if that person is toxic to your well-being, if that person is malicious, if that person has any kind of mental condition that means that they find it okay and justified to lie, cheat, steal, abuse, manipulate, you have every right to cut them out of your life. You are not abandoning them. They will say you're abandoning them because that's what abusers want. They want to gaslight you into staying with them or around them or keeping them in your circle. They're going to run around and tell different people's stories and lies and versions of their truth because all they care about is what other people think of them. Whether or not the truth is based, whether or not the perception is based off of truth or not, they don't care. They just want to control the narrative. So they're going to run around and try to hope that they can make people feel like they're a good person before they hear the story about how bad of a person they were to you. They're going to swear that you're the narcissist. They're going to swear that you're the one. And the whole time anyway, long story short, I went to therapy and I finally understand that it is okay to detach from people, even if those people are relatives. So for all of y'all who have been going through stressful times from the holidays, for all of y'all who had to disconnect for your peace, I hear you, I see you, I understand you. 9:33 p.m. Okay, it's 3:35 here, Rakesh. But I hear you, I understand you, and you are entitled to your peace. You cannot have a health and wellness journey if you do not address any of the things that mentally plague you. You get what I'm saying? I don't know how to make that make any better sense. You see a million videos on YouTube and on TikTok and on social media about how to get a big butt, how to get the perfect glutes, how to get a six-pack abs. But what the connection that is not being made here is that until your mental and emotional state is good, your physical health will continue to suffer. You may lose weight, but guess what? It's going to take you 10 times more effort to lose that weight physically and mentally and emotionally. You're in internal turmoil. And so that's why I want people to come to my channel and realize like what you are witnessing is somebody who is trying to rebalance everything in their life to get their health together. I suffer from autoimmune issues, which include psoriasis, psoriatic arthritis. I've had random heart palpitations over the years. Just random bouts of inflammation that have been debilitating at different points in life, but nothing so bad to like put me in the hospital to where I can't work, I can't take care of my kids, nothing like that. And all of it ties back to emotional trauma that I was carrying with me throughout life. So I just really want to encourage people, if you're going to work on your physical, understand that the mental and emotional is 10 times more important. 10 times more important. Look like all the crazy people went out of the comments. But yeah, it was really eye-opening. I have started again to journal my thoughts out just to get out some of the stuff that's been going on in my mind. I talked about this on another live stream, but I have this wellness planner that I think I'm gonna start working on now. It kind of helps me assess some of the stuff I need to work on. But y'all, I am so tired of living through the lens of trauma. I cannot flourish in my life if I continue to be a victim to someone who wants nothing more than to keep me small, who wants nothing more than to siphon energy off of people, but does not care to give in return. Let me tell y'all, every gift, hey, Mint Dog 12, how you doing? Where you checking in from? I have a family member who every gift they've ever given, they keep a tally of. And this is a parent, unfortunately. Every gift they ever give, they keep a tally of. Everything comes with a cost. The moment that you don't do what they want you to do, even if what they want requires you to allow them to abuse you, they then kind of recoup what they've given you, either through some kind of passive aggressive abuse, either from items going missing that you think you lost, but really they just took them, either from them withholding money that they owe you because back in 85 they gave you a gift like this. Hey, I'm in Georgia too, Mint Dog. Like I don't know, like I just, Thanksgiving was eye-opening because it was one of the first ones I did not feel subject to this person's abuse. I completely cut them out of my life. And on one hand, it was one of the most peaceful holidays I have had in a long time, just knowing that there is no expectation of me on myself to connect with this person, talk to this person, endure this person. But also, on the same note, there's grief because there is nothing like having to emotionally bury a connection with someone who is still walking this earth, who is supposed to love you. But I want y'all to know it's going to be okay. And if there's somebody in your life like that you need to cut out, I ain't saying it's easy. I ain't saying you got to do it now. But understand, people like me understand. All right? I think this whole narrative of, oh, but that's your mother, that's your father, that's your sister, that's your brother. Listen, it's one thing to have disagreements with people because you don't see life to eye to eye. But there are some of us, especially in the Black community, and probably in other communities too, but I just know my community, who under the guise of, under this myth that all mothers come into this world with this mothering gene and they love their children and they nurture and they care for them no matter what they do, that's a dangerous myth to perpetuate. That is dangerous. There are so many victims, aside from myself, who have been subject to abuse in plain sight because so many people, for one, allow and to me, in some ways, emotional abuse is worse than physical. There's no scars. Who are you going to call? It's hard to explain. It's often hidden. It shrinks you down mentally into a place where you end up developing anxiety, depression, all this other stuff. And it's like, I just want to encourage people, especially around the holidays, that you do not have to accept it. And if you see it happening in your family where a parent is treating a child a certain way or talking to people a certain way, don't just write it off as, oh, Auntie Joan just crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's just how she talks to people. I really feel like we really have to start speaking up more and advocating for others, and also demanding respect from other family members that is due to us. When I tell you, like, I was so looking forward to therapy today, but I'm exhausted from it. So I had to schedule the next one out a little bit further because I'm so sick of this. This issue has been so all-encompassing in my life that I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of it. I was really raised amongst a very verbally and emotionally unstable, verbally abusive, emotionally unstable person, so much so that I was programmed to be able to tolerate it and to just let them be. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ever got that family member that you just, they rant, they rave, they have no emotional intelligence, they have toddler-like temper tantrums. I don't care how old they are, but everybody just allows it because if you don't allow it, it disrupts the peace for everybody. Well, what happens is that monster continues to grow year by year by year. You're just feeding the monster by continuing to allow that. And eventually it gets so big that they overstep and they have no understanding of what it is they did wrong anymore because y'all been letting me treat y'all like this forever. And so that's what I dealt with over Thanksgiving. And I'm only on live venting my little heart out because what I have realized and through therapy and work and just looking at my history and my therapist looking at my history is that suppressing all of the frustrations from these situations has caused me so many physical ailments. And if you see my channel is about health and wellness. And every time I get to a certain point, because I have always lived in fight or flight, being around a combative person who cannot take any feedback, who can't take criticism, who can't even have a regular conversation. And when you're raised around somebody that's like that, and then hypercritical and very vindictive, and then who'll lie at the drop of the hat, you tend to try to avoid frustrating them. Well, what does that mean for you? That means you end up suppressing emotions. And when you suppress emotions for years and years and years and years, this is where you have a whole community of people with all of these joint pains, arthritis, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, like all these inflammatory conditions, because there's no outlet for which you can actually express, hey, I'm being mistreated. I've been being abused for 30 something, 40 something years. Hey, I've never been able to speak my mind. I don't have a safe space. Hey, I've been being physically abused. Like every time I open my mouth, I'm not saying that I was physically abused. What I'm saying is that in order to have your physical health in line, you first have to address your emotional and mental health. There is no way around it. There is no way around it. So while we're on this winter art challenge and everybody wants to lose weight and everybody wants to be healthy, I really encourage you all to address whatever you got going on mentally. Those connections that are keeping you from having the energy to pour into the things that mean a lot to you. Those connections that are keeping you so stressed out that your dreams are being put to rest because all your energy is put into focusing on this toxic situation, relationship, friendship, family member. You have to decide, what do you want more? The life of your dreams, the goals that you want to attain, the business you want to build, the hopes you have for your future, the family you want to build, the hopes you have for your children. What means more? Maintaining this connection because I don't want people to judge me because I'm related to them, or disconnecting, healing, and setting a new foundation for the generations to come? I had come to a point where I had realized I cannot be my best me with this person in my life. I'm always going to be fighting lies. I'm always going to be fighting aggression. I'm always going to be fighting mental games and manipulation. I'm always going to be fighting all of that if I keep this person in my life. So I encourage you all to advocate for yourself. Speak up. Get the help you need to get. If you are on a health journey, a wellness journey, understand that it all counts, whether it's counting calories, whether it's physical exercise, whether it's walking and all that, but do not neglect your emotional health. Do not neglect the things that you know you need to address on a mental and spiritual level, because all of that is going to hold you back from any other wellness journey you got going on. Anyway, I just had to get that out. But I hope y'all are having a beautiful day. And it's hot as hell in here right now. Hey, McDowell family, how you doing? It's good to see you. How have y'all been? And how was your Thanksgiving? Good, good, good. I was just in here talking about how, like, I have big goals and wellness goals and health goals, but I had just realized, like, I've been going to a therapist, and the things that have been, like, plaguing me mentally have been holding me back from everything else in my life. Everything else. And so I just want to encourage people, like, what you mean, McDowell fam? You mean like recently? No, I haven't seen your page. You mean something new? Let me tell you about YouTube. The algorithm. Oh, for real? No, I hadn't seen. Well, I did see it that day. Was something going on with your car, right? Was it your car or something? I did see that, but I have not. And let me tell you something. YouTube algorithm is weird. I remember in the earlier days of YouTube, if you subscribe to a person, then you subscribe to them. You get your notification. You know when they go live. Then YouTube started doing this thing where they like to decide, okay, even though you're subscribed, you might not want to see this video. So you don't even get like I don't get notifications. There's this somebody else I watch. His name is Flexi. Like he hops in my live sometimes, and I'll hop in his and say hey. And I get none of his notifications, and I was active in his lives. I don't understand the algorithm on YouTube for the life of me. But I'm gonna take a look at your channel and catch up. But yeah, like Ashley and McDowell family, it's been the whole 2024. 2024 in general has been, and I am not so self-focused to not realize it's been a lot of people. So it is not just me. It seems like this has been a year where everybody like has been catching it. But I'm trying to look at it like he has put his card on there. He has not done it yet. Has not done what yet? I'm assuming this is Leia, right? But yeah, it seemed like this been a year of just like cleanup for a lot of people, meaning like if there was anything on the verge of going wrong, it was like I was like, let's go ahead and get this out the way. So I'm trying to look at it as in a positive way, like anything that's not stable, what is happening is it's all being exposed so that we can address it and clean it up. Because there's opportunities coming forward for which it's like you need to have a stable foundation. But it seems like everybody's been catching it. Everybody has been catching it. For me, it was my stability over the summer because I was supposed to be moving somewhere and that got snatched up from under me. And so then I ended up having to find a place for me, my family at the last minute. Oh, to GoFundMe. He has put his card. Oh, I got you. He hadn't done it yet. How much is it? What was wrong with the car? Like how much has to be done? But yeah, so we ended up having to find somewhere else to stay. It ended up being a terrible slumlord situation that because I didn't have time to research, then ended up having to find somewhere else to stay. Then the person who ended up putting me in that position, running around lying about the fact that they told me that they were going to sell me a house, that they ended up taking my money and then being like, oh, I never said that. Child, it was terrible. And it put me in a terrible position. And even that I was willing to forgive the person for. But because they are mentally ill, it continued on beyond them just lying about that. They started lying about me being the issue. And I was doing and saying all this stuff to them and about them. And I keep my kids from them. This is my mother I'm talking about. McDowell family. This is my mother. And unfortunately, through therapy and speaking to a counselor and really reassessing my whole life with her, I had to finally accept the term that I was told before from therapy was that she is an abuser. She's abusive. She's emotionally abusive, probably dealing with NPD, which is narcissistic personality disorder. And I'm talking about full-fledged, not just like, oh, they're a little bit selfish. Oh, no, full on. She's constantly a victim, constantly victimizing people. It put us in a terrible situation. I'm no longer a homeowner. That was the beginning part of it. Now what I'm going through is the healing process and all of that, because that was a culmination of years and years and years of disappointment and mistreatment from this person. Yeah, they'll buy you stuff, they'll shoot you a gift, they'll do stuff for you, but you're paying for it. You're paying for it mentally and emotionally. And so coming to terms with the loss of someone who is still living on this earth. You have it on? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm gonna have to go back to your channel, cause I remember seeing it and saying I was gonna go back to it, right? And I didn't. And I don't remember what happened. But I'll check it out. That sounds like an oil leak or something, though, McDowell family. But Yeah, let me see. And I'm like kind of cringing because I put this on the internet and I'm speaking my piece because I've done it before on another channel. But this person watches my lives. They stalk everything I do. They're obsessive. They sit in a dark room with millions of pictures of everybody they love. But in the meantime, they sit in front of them. They will abuse you directly and then obsess about you privately. And it's very creepy, weird, abnormal behavior. So I cringe a little bit about speaking this truth on this live. It's not out of emotion. It's not out of a reaction. It's because I have realized that my constant suppression of the abuse and mistreatment that I have dealt with for basically the whole 42, almost 43 years of my life has led to me dealing with physical symptoms, sicknesses, stomach problems, inflammation, and I'm on a health and wellness journey. How I'm coming on YouTube to talk to y'all about this journey, but meanwhile I am suppressing the thing that is harming me and my health and wellness the most. So I have thought through this. I had some other videos that I deleted. I'm not gonna harp on it, but I just felt like it was necessary to be transparent. Not only am I on a physical wellness journey, I'm on a mental health wellness journey because I actually am healing from abuse at the hands of my own mother. Emotional abuse, like I said, it has progressively started from childhood. I would say I remember the first cruel, weird thing being said to me probably about 6, 7 years old. And then just throughout time, then it was one lie after another, one involvement in some form of manipulation after another, one form of abandonment over the other. Like it's been a constant state of being, y'all excuse my French, being mind fucked by the person who brought me into this world. And I cannot be better if I don't have the courage to say that out loud because they're going to flip out. You know what I'm saying? You have a learning disability. It's a manic depression. I'm sorry, but yeah, that's got to be tough, McDowell family. Yeah, I have Instagram. It's the same name as my channel, Nicki Alexia. Yep, the same as my channel. Yeah, people, your ex-husband abuse. Yeah, see, and I don't want to, like, you don't have to say McDowell, but what did you deal with? Mental and emotional and physical. Yeah, and it's tough when you love somebody and they really utterly treat you like crap. And this very person was the person for me that brought me into this world. Not only do they treat you like crap, but they speak about you in a way to try to turn people against you. Now, mind you, the blessing in this is I don't think it's working. People know me. They know my heart. I'll tell you in a heartbeat if I'm wrong. Even if it takes me a day, I'll put it like this. If I think about something and I know I've mistreated, which I very often, more often than not, it's not that I mistreated somebody. It's if I don't see their perspective in that moment and I realize I was just being emotional and I needed to like really consider their point more, that type of thing, I'll come back in a heartbeat and let somebody know, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said it like that. I should, that kind of thing. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about somebody who literally smiles in my face, talks trash about me behind my back. My mother. My mother. When something good is happening for me, on one hand, they're playing like they're supportive in my face, behind my back, kind of almost jealous, envious, like tooting their nose up, talking shit to their, like it's insane. It's insane, but oh my gosh. He called you that? And see, that's nothing but insecurity. And then maybe, and this is not your problem to deal with. He probably had some kind of abuse or trauma. She likes me, your mom too. Yeah, it's usually not, it's not your issue. but they usually have some kind of abuse or trauma that they deal with. And I find that people either take two paths. Actually, my therapist even told me this, especially when it comes to any kind of narcissistic abuse. They take two paths. Either the person becomes a narcissist themselves, or they deal with anxiety and depression for the remainder of their lives. And the beauty is, I don't ever want to become that person, right? I don't ever want to treat people the way that woman made me feel and has treated me. And I don't want to condition my children to ever have to tolerate somebody talking to them any kind of way, treating them any kind of way, to get whatever love they can get from them. Because everybody is deserving of having, now mind you, yes, children have to be respectful, but everyone deserves the opportunity to have a voice. Everyone deserves the space to have an emotion. I was never allowed any of those things. And it wasn't just me. This person is so sick, they don't allow anybody that space, right? Unless they're trying to be manipulative and it's like a long game thing, but they don't allow anybody that space. And I don't want my children to feel that way. But a lot of times people who act like that, they were treated like that. So she acts like that with you too? And see, that conditions you to end up in situations where you end up being abused by other people. Because the first people that teach you your value and your worth, or what the bare minimum is that you should expect from somebody, is your family. So, and I was telling someone that, okay, I'll take a look, McDowell family. I was telling somebody that's one of the things that made me immediately cut this person out of my life, because they started to talk to my children the way they talk to anybody else on the street or any other adult when they feel like they're being challenged. Like they're being challenged. And mind you, it don't take much for this person to be challenged. You could say that the wall is white and they can feel like it's eggshell, and all of a sudden it's an argument. They have no capacity for anybody else's opinion about anything. It is terrible. The emotional intelligence is on goose egg, okay? So I started to see that same agitation, aggression, verbal abuse, belittling, picking on, like that she used to do with me. She started to do it in scenarios with my children, especially with my youngest. And so that's where it really started to like sink in, like, you have to get away from this person, because you taught me that I only deserve so much from the world. You're not going to teach them that. They're coming into worthy of love, that they don't have to earn it through how much abuse they allow or how much pain they tolerate, right? They are worthy of love, just as they are in this world. So I don't know what happened. But yeah, I don't know how many people heard this message. I don't know who to get through to. This was very much therapeutic for me. I have suppressed too many feelings. Now, mind you, I have people around me that I talk to. Thank God. I have people that support me. I have a good partner. I have great children. Mind you, they're not involved in any of my feelings about the person that I'm talking about, aside from when I've had to talk to them after she actually did things to them, or said things to them that were inappropriate. I don't involve them in any of this. But they are a great support in my life in a different way. Like, I'm able to establish a family in a different way. We're able to establish peace in a different way. So, but what I realized the missing piece is that I had become overly consumed and concerned with what people thought about me because of how I respond to the abuse that I received from her. Like, I always felt like I had to present perfectly, say the right thing. Always, I don't know. Like, I've suppressed a lot. So I decided to come on here, and I've thought it through very well. It wasn't, like I said, this isn't out of a place of anger. It's out of a place of taking steps to reclaim my voice. To reclaim my voice in this world, as corny as it may seem. And so being able to say, I have been being emotionally manipulated and abused for 40-something years of my life. And abuse is not just hitting somebody in the mouth. Abuse is emotional. It's withholding of support. It's withholding of love. Abuse is also emotional manipulation, gaslighting. No.
Mom, they have for the field trip. For the field trip, we have to bring our own food.
When is it?
The day after tomorrow.
Okay. How was school?
Good. Oh, you got the campfire?
Yeah, we got it working again. But y'all, my baby boy is home, so I'm gonna be very vague at this point because again, they are not involved in the specifics. But yeah, I don't even think my vlog crowd watches my lives or vice versa. But in the event that they do, understand what you see me fighting for is not just aesthetics. I'm not just fighting for my health so that I can look good in tights. I'm not just fighting for my health so that I can go on vacation in a couple of months and floss and flaunt for the gram or flaunt for YouTube. And I don't say that in a condescending way because I don't fault anybody who just does it for those purposes. Do you, boo? Live your life. But I am literally fighting for the balance in my life despite everything that I've been through. You got homework?
No. Do you make snack bags?
No, I'll make one. Let me make one in a minute.
Okay.
It's gonna be probably Cheetos, because that hot fry bag was small. Okay?
There's no more hot fries?
No, it was only a little handful. I ate the rest.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, McDowell family. Oh, but yeah, so it's 4 o'clock now. I only been on live for like 37 minutes. I'll go a couple of more minutes. Y'all make sure you check out my vlog. I guess it's a vlog. It was my first day of like eating healthier, like as far as counting proteins and stuff in my wellness journey. So I was able to stick to a 1,750 calorie day for me. Mind y'all, I'm 5'10", so for me that put me at about a 200 calorie, 300 calorie deficit, and I still was able to get almost 150 grams of protein. So the goal is to build muscle, to try to kind of fight off some of the effects of this arthritis that I'm struggling with lately, and fight off some of this inflammation. All right, McDowell family, you have a blessed day, okay? Yeah, anyway, I did it in vlog form, so it's only a 1-day vlog, and then I'm working on another vlog Saturday. I want to do Vlogmas, but y'all, how do people find time to do it every day? Like, I can't even imagine. So I will be doing more vlogs, but I'm not doing Vlogmas. I can't. And the other thing is I have kids too. So that's how. Like a lot of people that do, not saying all, but a lot of people that do Vlogmas don't have like kids and all this other stuff to deal with every day. I have to keep that in mind. So I have to be a little more realistic, but I'm going to try to give y'all like 2 to 3 a week. So y'all make sure that you like and that you subscribe and you stick with me. Like what we talked about today, and I know I'm touching my hair a lot. It's my nerves, y'all. Okay, so just bear with me. Something like I need to. Anyway, what we talked about today, I don't want it to be the underlying theme of my channel. I'd rather focus more on the physical aspect of health and wellness and some natural remedies to help combat like stress. And when I do talk about emotional wellness, I do prefer, for the most part, to keep it general. Like I said, I'm like some of the things that I'm doing, or I'm starting to journal again. I'm gonna start doing this wellness planner to make sure that I touch on every part of my health for the week. Eat pizza, drink wine, so I call it, you know. I don't know, Anderson. That might be more of a distraction. But hey, whatever works for you. Those things will all definitely numb you with some good what do they call it, serotonin boost. But I don't know if it actually works through anything. But I judge no one. I judge no one. But yeah, what was I gonna say? But then again, everybody, you know what? I have to remember, everybody don't have their whole world crumbling down at every point in their life. Sometimes those things are all you need. Like on a day-to-day basis, a hard day at work, you know, you feel a little aggravated, agitated that day. Your significant other get on your nerves a little bit. But in general, life is good. That actually, you know what? You're right. That could be your therapy. But Anderson, I'm dealing with some life path shifting stuff right now. So I need a little bit more than that. Y'all hear my dog back there grunting? I guess she said, you are talking too much. She basically told me I was talking too much. Let me switch this. But yeah, y'all, so no Vlogmas, right? I don't think. But definitely check me out for it, because I'm gonna have more vlogs coming. Let's see what else we got going on here. Anderson, have you been in my live stream before? I feel like I've seen your name before. Oh yeah, and another thing, y'all tell me what part, if you live in the US, tell me where you live and do you like it? Because another thing is, we moved here. When I moved back to, well, I've been in Georgia, but when I moved to the city that I'm in now, my idea was that this would be a way to find like a little bit more sense of community and stability. It wasn't for the activities and the things to do. Augusta ain't that lit, okay? I love Augusta, but it's kind of like slow to progress. It has all the tools to do so, but for some reason, Augusta is very slow to progress. And progression doesn't mean putting them all up on every corner in a Starbucks and all that. I mean like things, thinking outside of the box about activities for kids and all that. Like it's just slow to progress. So, but being that things went the way that they went, when we moved here, and it's like I'm not gonna find that sense of community that I wanted to find here. I'm gonna take some time to think about it, but I'm really not wanting to what? Y'all, it's some crazy people in my community posts. Sorry, y'all. I had to report somebody for very much acting crazy on my profile. People are crazy on you. Like, what is... Oh my goodness. Okay, y'all. I had to delete somebody. And this ain't even from my live stream. They just commented like weird stuff all over my other videos. Y'all, if nothing else, this year has taught me that the mental health problem is so massive. I don't know that there's any way to really address it, but there are so many crazy people in this world. And if you crazy and you keep your crazy to yourself and you're not harming others and you're not doing self-harm, like let's just say, you know, somebody got you in a nice little padded room somewhere. Somewhere, and maybe you say some weird things here and there, but you're not harming anybody. That's, you know, I'm not saying that that's okay, but that's harmless to other people. But the problem is, it is like crazy people in this world who want to externalize that craziness and direct it onto other people and make other people their target. And it is so insane to me. Like, I knew there were crazy people in this world. I knew that some people lie sometimes. I think maybe I just had a very naive view of the world and I don't understand because I didn't come into this world being sheltered from certain things. Like, I was around certain things and certain activities from a very young age. I know it takes all kinds. You know, I'm not new to crackheads, the drug game, the stripper scene in Atlanta. None of that stuff. I'm not new to it. I'm not new to substance abuse, people with substance abuse issues. I'm not new to the inner city or understanding. I'm not new to none of it, but for some reason, deep down inside my heart, I really felt like at one point more people were good than bad in this world. Even if people had issues, even if people weren't the nicest all the time, that at their core, that most people were inherently good and didn't seek out to harm other people, make other people feel bad. And what I'm learning in my adulthood is, girl, you was naive. Like, the level of mental illness, and like I said, the type of mental illness where it makes people want to harm other people, like either just by verbal means or physical means, it's crazy. And I see it on YouTube, and unfortunately I see it in my personal life too. But I like that. Why is that so eye awakening for me? Eye opening. Like, there really are a lot of unstable, insane. Like, what is it? Is it something in the water? Is it exposure to chemical? Like, what is it? Y'all let me know. Like, it's gotta be something. Or has this always been this many crazy people in the world and I just didn't want to see it? Anyway, I blocked that person, but I'm just... I'm tired. I'm tired. I don't know. I don't know how else to put it. I'm good. I'm good with Dog Family. Like, somebody was commenting some crazy spam stuff. Like, they were going from video to video, putting like nasty stuff on there, like perverted, and so I had to delete it. People are crazy. Very weird. That's what I was talking about. Is that I think I was very naive younger in life. I didn't realize how many people, everybody has issues, right? But I was saying people that are weird to the point where they would either through verbally attacking them or physically like try to make other people either feel bad or uncomfortable. Like the amount of people in this world that do those types of things, I'm realizing is way more than what I thought before. I think I was real naive younger and like in my younger years. So that's something else I'm dealing with now in later adulthood. Like, girl, you really had your eyes closed. They don't care, McDowell. They do not care. And in some cases, I think that when you are married, that actually makes them do it. Like they want to even more. Even more. Anyway, y'all, I'm about to go. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. If you have time, make sure to check out my vlog again at 6 o'clock. Other than that, I'll be back on here another day. Maybe my vlogmas will be me going live because I just can't do an actual vlog every day. You see my face? So maybe I'll be back tomorrow. Other than that, y'all have a blessed evening, day, night, whatever time it is, wherever you are. And thank y'all so much for joining me. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, McDowell family. Okay, message me on IG. All right, bye, y'all.